Welcome to the Mother-Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Aungelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Hello, mothers and daughters. I am coming to you today with something that kind of has annoyed me. And the only reason it's annoyed me is because I am an avid napper. I mean, I love to take a nap every day. Even when my kids were little, we would carve out time to take like 2-hour naps as a family. I have not watched a news program literally in over a decade. I get so tired of the negativity and the rewriting of history and we thought this, but it was, I just got sick of it. But I was on Instagram, of course, minding my own business, and I saw that one of the bloggers had posted that napping regularly was linked to high blood pressure and stroke, and that this was a study that found this information. Now, I believe that this article came from somebody by the name of Sandy Lamonte from CNN. And CNN to me stands for constant negative news. So I got annoyed like really quickly. I'm always telling my friends, rejuvenate yourself with a nap. It helps to, reset your nerves, and it helps to calm you down, and it helps to keep you from being tired, especially for women who are busy and doing 15, 20, 30 things a day. And I noticed that this article had come out July the 25th of this year. And so it's very, very, very new. And it starts off with people who often nap have greater chances of developing high blood pressure and having a stroke. And this is what a study has found. And it says that this may be because although taking a nap itself is not harmful, but many people who take naps may also be poor sleepers at night. Now, that's one thing I can tell. I was just talking to a friend about that not too long ago, and I was saying, once my head hit the pillow, it's a done deal. I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to count sheep. I don't have to go back over anything. When I go to bed, it's because I'm tired and I'm ready to go to sleep. Now, if I'm watching TV, I'll watch TV and I will fall asleep. But 9 times out of 10, I like sleeping in the dark. So once I go to bed, it is a done deal for me. So I would love to see how they came up with this, because if you think about it, this is where I come in with the rewriting of history and all of this. But if you think about it, one thing they've always said about kids is that they definitely need to have a nap so that they can calm down and, reset their energy. And it's also been said for adults that we need naps as well, because it's a way to calm your nerves down. It's a way to reset. It's a way to, kind of get you prepared for the evening. It's a way to break up your day. Because like I do everything in segments. Like when I'm doing something, I'm doing it. But when I'm done, I'm done. And I don't look back on it. It's like that's a done deal unless it was incomplete and I needed to add some more, finish something up to it. But this thing about naps being linked to high blood pressure and strokes is just kind of like, I feel like how people used to say, darn if you do and darn if you don't. Because it's like when you're busy all day. So just take me, for example. I like to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I like to be done with all my work by 7. I like to have the rest of my day to myself to do whatever I want to do. If I want to go back to sleep until 10 or 11, I can do that. If not, I'm going on about my day. But if you imagine, let's just say you go to bed at 7 or 8 at night, you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning doing whatever you do. And then let's just say you take another nap midday so that by the time you get ready to take on whatever your third act for the day is, you can do that with vigor, and you can do that with enthusiasm, and you can do that with everything that you got, instead of saying, oh my goodness, I've been up since 3 o'clock. Now it's 3 p.m. That means I've been up for a long time. And so that's what I'm talking about when I say, like, I was talking to a friend of mine, and sometimes I'll text her just out of the blue and say, get a nap. Now, I take into consideration that she's on California time, so I always try to call her, depending on what time zone I'm on where I am. I try to call, text her around between 1 and 4 o'clock, like, get you a nap, because she's a night person. But one thing I learned from a person that I used to be in business with is she used to say, well, you can't burn the candle at both ends. And I ignored that for years because I was just like, not worried about it because I'm a napper, always have been. But she used to always say you can't burn the candle at both ends. And all that means is that you can't be a morning person and a night person and you never get any sleep. Now, I understand the study said for those who have trouble sleeping at nighttime, then that would interfere with what you're doing during the day. And then if you take a nap, but then you're up at night, because you're reversing what normally happens, whereas we're up during the day, we're asleep at night. There are some night owls who are up at night and sleep during the day. I think that's a grave mistake, because I think at nighttime, when it's time for your cells to rejuvenate, and I get it that most people are like, oh, well, there's no such thing as time. There may not be a such thing as time to you, but there is a such thing as night, and there is a such thing as day. And if you think about it, a lot of studies have also said that, sleeping with the TV on because of the blue light that comes from it, or sleeping with, the computer on your face or whatever, causes wrinkles and can cause all kinds of other issues. But I say get you some of those, what they call them, blackout curtains. Like I have in my room, blackout curtains where you can literally, once they're closed, it is jet black, pitch black in my room, so I get really good sleep. I typically like to take a nap every day between the hours of like 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock or whatever, and sleep for about an hour. I used to, when I was younger, I would take, my 20s, I would take like a 15, 20-minute nap and then let my kids sleep the rest of the time, and then I could do whatever I wanted to do. And then as I got to about my 30s, and I started taking 30-minute to an hour nap. And now my sweet spot is right at about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I naturally just will wake up in an hour or two. And depending on my tiredness and my level of, how exhausted I am, I will sleep for 2 hours and literally be up, 5 minutes before that 2 o'clock mark. And I don't have to do anything to wake myself up. I've never taken any sleeping pills or melatonin or nothing like that. I just go to sleep. I understand the goodness of it. I feel weird on those days when I don't get me a nap. When I don't get me a nap, I'm in my bed, 5, 6 o'clock. Like right now, it's 6 p.m. as I'm recording this, and I'm already in the bed. I am in my bed, and I will catch up on a couple of things, because today I did a no TV thing where I was just only working on something that I'm working on, and I didn't do any TV or anything like that. And so I don't know what's happening in the world. And I like to rather keep it like that, because it keeps you from being nervous and having anxiety and worrying about everything. And that's just not the way I want to live, with worry and all of that. But I just don't understand how you'll get around the burning the candles at both ends and not getting some sort of a type of some kind of nap, some kind of rest, some kind of, close your eyes for 15 minutes. I'm that girl. I'm that girl that if you look at the picture that you're looking at right now on the screen, I was on a road trip, and we were in some of the little backcountry towns. And it was probably about 20 of us in our different cars, 20 different cars, maybe about 40 people. And they stopped off to get a bite to eat, to use the bathroom, to get some snacks, to get water, to just kind of hang out. Well, I wasn't hungry, and I didn't need to use the restroom. I only went into the little store because I know all the little back stores got all the good candy. So I went in. I found some Red Hots. I found some real soft now-and-laters in different flavors. My favorite one is really the banana one. I found Chico sticks. I mean, just all the fun candy from what I remember and love. I got back in my car. I put my sun visor on, as you can see. And let me tell y'all something about that sun visor. Y'all may not remember this story a few years ago about this. I don't know if it was NFL or NBA owner was having an affair with this chick named V. Stiviani. And V. Stiviani popped out with that sun visor on. And baby, let me tell you, I had to have that visor. I didn't care nothing about that story. I had to have that visor. So when I took my son to Japan in 2018 for his graduation, the first thing I looked for was that visor, because I thought, I'm in Japan. I know they going to have this visor because they got all kind of, weird hats. So I bought a lot of little weird sun visor type hats like that. But I had to have that visor. Anyway, I got in my car. I put my sun visor on, locked my door, looked around, see where everybody was at, kept my two-way radio on in my car so I know when it was time to get ready to go. And I literally took like a 20-minute nap. I was not worried about nothing. I took a 20-minute nap. Now, if they had said, okay, we're going to be here for an hour, I would have put the sun visor up in the car, kept the hat on, and still went to sleep because I have very dark tinted windows on my car. I ain't go that rogue, but I'm always prepared to do something like that if I need to do something like that, because I'm going to get my nap in. I'm going to get my rest in. I'm going to get my 15 minutes of napping fame. I am going to get that. And when my children were babies, all the way up until middle school, they napped every single day, at least 2 hours. They would get, when they're in school, it's different to make those kind of schedules. But on the weekend, we would all get in the bed together, all 5 of us, and we would take naps. During the summertime, they knew the schedule. Between 12 and 2, you were going to get a nap. You didn't get no nap. You weren't going outside and play. You weren't doing nothing. You weren't doing nothing. Now, I can honestly say I don't know where I got that from. I don't know if my mom made us take naps or whatever. I don't remember all of that. But I did it to my kids. And I don't know if and the reason why I would love to see the statistics on this study is because I'd like to see if it was children, middle-aged people, elder people. Like, who were this group of people that they came to this final determination that taking naps can cause high blood pressure and even strokes. And so I'm just very curious. I guess I'm maybe too curious. Maybe that's the problem. I'm too curious. But that was very interesting to me. And I just thought I would share it with you. And I hope that the information that I'm bringing you on this podcast is helpful. I hope that it's educational. I hope that it's memorable. And all I want to do is just educate and bring people into the world of what I live in, because I like seeing what other people's world is, on the home front as well. But I would love for you to support the podcast by making sure you're subscribed, and make sure you have your notifications on. Make sure that you're on our Instagram page, which is motherdaughterish_. Soon, in about a month or so, Angie will be back, and we'll be back to our shenanigans. I'm just holding it down for us, as a mother would do. And then we'll get back to all of the fun things that we were into, and, really take the podcast to other levels. We've got quite a few sponsors reaching out to us to see if we would like to promote a few things. But it has to be things that I like. I'm not going to promote anything that I do not like, or for money, or for anything like that. It has to be something that I love. So thank you so much for listening to the show. Make sure you share it with your friends. Make sure you share it with every woman on the planet. And until next time, bye. Hey, it's Miss Dawn. You wondering how you can support our show, Mother-Daughter-ish? We have Cash App, we have PayPal, and we do have Vimeo. Support our show so that we can reach out to more women. Our goal is to reach and build a community of 1 million women. Why don't you come on and help us do that?